afternoon students, welcome to video lectures on chemistry. So in the morning class we discussed about critical constants. So we discussed about critical constants, that is Tc, Vc and Pc. Critical temperature, critical volume and critical pressure. And also in the van der Waals equation we derived about A and B. So these are nothing but van der Waals constants. A, B are van der Waals constants and Tc, Pc, Vc are nothing but critical constants. Now our important topic is relation between critical constants and van der Waals constants. So this is very important SI question from this chapter, 10 marks question. Relation between critical constants and van der Waals constants. So in this question we derive the relation between Tc, Pc, Vc with A and B. So A and B are nothing but van der Waals constant. Now what is the relation between critical constants as well as van der Waals constants? So first of all, from van der Waals equation, so simple and easy derivation. So for 10 marks SI question, this is very important from gaseous state. So first of all, from van der Waals equation, A plus P plus A n square by V square into V minus NB is equal to nRT. P plus A n square by V square into EV minus B is equal to nRT. So this is the van der Waals equation for n moles of ideal gas. If suppose there is only 1 mole of gas, for 1 mole of gas, so what is n? Then n is equal to 1. Therefore van der Waals equation becomes P plus A by V square into V minus B is equal to RT. So this is a real gas equation or van der Waals equation for 1 mole of a gas molecules. Now simply multiply both the terms. So P into V, that is PV, plus AV divided by V square, V get cancelled, so then becomes A by V. AV divided by V square, simply A by V. Next, so P into minus B, that is minus PB, and finally A by V square into minus B, that is minus AB by V square, that is equal to RT. So simply multiply these two equations, we get P into V plus AV divided by V square, V get cancelled, so denominator only V, so A by V. Next one, P into minus B, that is minus PB, and finally A by V square into minus B, that is minus AB divided by V square, that is equal to RT. Now multiply this equation. Please follow the derivation. Multiply with V square on both sides. So whenever this equation is multiplied with V square on both sides, it becomes P into V square, that is V cube. So PV cube plus A by V into V square, so V get cancelled, so then it is AV, A by V into V square, get cancelled V one time, and the second one, that is A into V. Next, minus PB into V square, so minus PB V square. Next, minus AB by V square into V square, both get cancelled, so simply this is equal to minus AB, that is equal to RT into V square. So this is multiplied with v square on both sides, then we get an equation pv cube plus ab minus pbv square minus ab, that is equal to rt into v square. Now dividing this equation with v cube, dividing with v cube on both sides. So first one is multiplying with v square, we get an equation, and then it is dividing with v cube on both sides. So then we get, so p v cube divided by v cube, simply this is equal to p. Sorry. So this is better to multiply this equation with p. If suppose this equation is dividing with p, then p term cancel, so we get a v cube term, that is a cubic equation. Therefore, dividing this equation with the p on both sides, then we get v cube, because pv cube by p, that is simply is equal to v cube. Next, so ab divided by p. Next, so pb v square by p, so pp get cancelled, so this is simply equal to pb square. Next one is minus ab divided by p, that is equal to rt v square divided by p. rt v square divided by p. Now arranging the v cube, v square, v and constant terms in order. So first of all, v cube term, that is v cube only. Then, so here rt by p v square, and here also minus b v square. Therefore, in this equation we have two v square terms. So first term is minus b into v square, and taking this term into left hand side, it becomes minus rt by p into v square. And then v terms, so one is a by p into v, and last a constant term ab by p, this is equal to 0. So finally you get an equation a by p v and minus ab by p is equal to 0. Now v cube minus, so taking v square as common, so here v square and also here v square, so taking v square as common, then it becomes b plus rt divided by p. So minus into minus plus, so this is minus term, and minus into plus minus, so rtp into v square. And then v term, so what is the v term here? A by p into v. And finally constant term, so there is no volume, that is equal to p. Totally this is equal to 0. This is taken as equation number 1. So v cube minus v square into b plus rt by p plus a by p into v minus ab by p is equal to 0. So what is this equation? This equation is similar to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is equal to 0. So our given equation is similar to a third order equation. So third order means here x cube. So this is a third order equation, that is nothing but order of this equation is equal to 3, because here x cube. Therefore this is simply a cubic equation. This is a cubic equation or a coordinate equation with order 3. So therefore this equation is similar to our ax cube plus bx4 plus cx plus d is equal to 0. Therefore our equation 1 is a cubic equation. So what is cubic equation? If suppose our equation is a second order equation, then it is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. It means it is a second order differential equation, second order quadratic equation where x is having two values, because here ax square, the order of the x is 2, it means it is having two values. Similarly here in this equation v cube, v square, v and constant term. Therefore this is a quadratic equation, third order cubic equation, it is having 3 values. Therefore volumes, so there are 3 volumes in this equation. So therefore equation 1 is a cubic equation. Equation 1 is a cubic equation in terms of volume, in terms of volume V. So VQ term, V square term, V term, therefore it get 3 values. So therefore V has equation in terms of volume, therefore there are 3 values of volume. There are 3 volumes for a given temperature and pressure. So this is van der Waals equation for 1 mole of a gas. So for this gas at a given temperature and pressure, it is a cubic equation. That means that gas having 3 values of volume corresponding to the single temperature and pressure. That is due to we getting a cubic equation. Therefore here equation 1 is a cubic equation in terms of volume, and also therefore there are 3 volumes for a given temperature and pressure of the gas. Now, but in general for a single temperature and pressure we have only one value of volume, but according to isotherm, so in the morning class we discussed about Andrews isotherm. So what is that isotherm? The relation between volume and pressure at a given temperature. So this is the isotherm of CO2 molecule. So this is initially 13.1 degrees, 21.2, 31.1 degrees centigrade, and finally this is 48.1 degrees centigrade. So this is the isotherm of CO2. So every time we have, if suppose for this pressure, at this particular pressure only you have 2 volumes. So this is the corresponding volume, and also here we get a corresponding volume, because this is a horizontal portion. Similarly at 21.1 degrees centigrade also we have only 2 volumes for a given pressure. Therefore according to Andrews isotherm, for a CO2 molecule at a given pressure and temperature we have only 2 values of volume. So this is one volume, if suppose this is small a and this is small b. So for this particular pressure, if suppose this is P1 and also temperature 13.1, therefore a single temperature 13.1 degrees centigrade and a given pressure P1 atmosphere, we have 2 volumes A and B. But according to this equation, at a given temperature and pressure there are 3 volumes, but in this graph only you have 2 volumes at 13.1 as well as 21.1 also. But at 31.1 degrees centigrade there is only 1 volume. That means Andrews-Edjobson isotherm does not follow van der Waals equation, because in the case of van der Waals equation we have 3 volumes, but in this graph we have only 2 volumes below the 31.1, that is below critical temperature only you have 2 volumes, and at the critical temperature we have only 1 volume. But according to van der Waals equation, for a given temperature and pressure we have 3 volumes. Therefore Andrews-Edjobson isotherm does not follow van der Waals equation. That is why Andrews-Edjobson isotherm is modified. Andrews isotherm is modified by Thomson. That is Thomson. So Thomson again explains the isotherm of CO2 at the same temperatures 13, 21, 31 as well as 48 degrees. But here the isotherm is given according to Thomson as follows. So this is the corresponding volume and volume V, and this is corresponding pressure P. Now the isotherms are represented as follows. right? So look at the second isotherm at 21 degrees centigrade, and this is at 31, and finally 48. So this is 48.1, 31.1, 21.5 and 13.1 degrees centigrade. Now look at the isotherm. So this is A, B, C and D. But so what is the difference between these two isotherms? So in this isotherm we get a horizontal portion at which a gas becomes liquid. So there is a sudden decrease in volume from B to C. So this is B, this is C. So for a same pressure, the volume is suddenly decreases from B to C, because here gas is converted into liquid, since liquid having very small volume compared to a gas. Therefore at this pressure, this CO2 gas becomes converted into liquid, therefore volume is suddenly decreases from B to C. Therefore for this pressure we have only two volumes in the case of Andrews, but in the case of Thomas absorption isotherm, so look at the graph. So this is B and C, but for the same pressure value, this is P1, we have three volumes. So one is at C, so this is 1 denoted as A, and this is B. So this is the corresponding volume B, and also we have one more volume corresponding to the same pressure, we have C. So what does it mean? For a CO2 molecule at 13.1 degrees centigrade, for at a given pressure P1, we have three values of volume, that is denoted by curve A, B, C, D, but here look at the names L, M, N and C. Therefore in that graph B, L, M, N, C, so this is the curve. In the case of Andrews, there is a horizontal portion BC, but in this case that BC is replaced by a curved isotherm BLMNC. Therefore we have three values of volume at A1 volume. So this is volume on x-axis, this is volume. Therefore on x-axis we have, for a given pressure there are three volumes A, B, C. Therefore Thomas absorption isotherm follows Van der Waals equation, because according to Van der Waals, for a given gas at a given temperature and pressure there are three values of volume. So this graph also explains, for a given temperature 13.1 and at a pressure P1 we have three volumes for CO2 molecule. So A, B, C. Therefore it follows Van der Waals equation. It explains the Van der Waals equation. Now similarly at 21.1 degrees centigrade, again we have, so this is the corresponding pressure. For color change, please select any one, right? So look at the one. So here this is P2. So therefore for a CO2 gas, if temperature is 21.5 and pressure is P2, that is also constant value, in this case we have again three volumes. So one is at this point, and the second one at this point, and the third one at this point. So look at the curve now. So at P2 we have three volumes, again naming as, if suppose this is E, F, G and H, and also here this is K, L, M. Therefore at this pressure again you have three values of volume. So 1, 2, 3. Therefore below 31.1, that is below critical temperature, each gas having three values of volume, but at critical temperature, so this is the critical temperature, in this case we have only one volume. Therefore, in both isotherms, Andrews as well as Thomson, so here we have only one value of volume at its critical volume or critical temperature or simply critical condition. Therefore, every gas having only one volume, that is only at critical condition, that is at critical temperature and also critical pressure and critical volume. Therefore, at this point only we have one volume. And again in the case of Andrews, there is only one point. So this is the point at 31.1. So in both the isotherms at 31.1 we have only one volume, that is nothing but critical volume. Therefore, V is equal to Vc. That means CO2 gas having a volume, it is always equal to Vc. So it means it is only one value. It has one real value. So this is real. But according to van der Waals, you have three volumes. One is real, therefore remaining two volumes are imaginary. Therefore, two values are imaginary. So totally 3, 2 plus 1. So this is the conclusion for van der Waals equation. So according to van der Waals, we have three values of volume for a given gas at given conditions of temperature and pressure. So according to these isotherms, we have only one real value in both Andrews as well as Thomson. So that real value is equal to critical volume. Therefore, every gas having only one real volume, that is the value of volume of the gas, and remaining two values are imaginary. So these are only observed in the case of the temperature below its critical value. So for CO2 critical temperature is 31, therefore we observed the two real values. So here, so these are the two real volumes, both are observed at 13.1 degrees centigrade as well as 21.5 degrees centigrade. So therefore finally every gas having three volumes, so one should be real and the remaining two should be imaginary. Now V is equal to Vc. Therefore, from this, so taking Vc into left hand side, we get V minus Vc is equal to 0. Now taking cube on both sides, so V minus Vc old cube is equal to, so 0 cube, that is nothing but 0. Now again there is a formula A minus X old cube or A minus B old cube. So what is the A minus B old cube? So A cube minus 3A square B plus 3AB square minus B cube. So this is the formula for A minus B whole cube. If it is plus, all are positive terms. If it is minus, so positive, alternative, negative, positive and negative. Therefore, A minus B whole cube is equal to A cube minus 3A square B plus 3AB square minus B cube. So by using this formula, here V minus Vc whole cube is equal to 0. Therefore, V cube. So first term is A cube. Similarly here, V cube minus 3A square B, that is 3 into V square into Vc plus 3AB square. Therefore, 3 into A into B square, that is Vc square. Finally, minus B cube, that is minus Vc whole cube is equal to 0. That is equal to 0. Therefore, simply this equation is taken as equation number 2. You have also equation 1. So what is the equation 1? So this is our equation 1. V cube minus V square into some term plus A by P into V term and a constant term. So similarly, from equation 1 and 2, again write equation 1 here. So V cube minus V square. From equation 1, so what is the term? v cube minus v plus b plus, I think it is RT by p. Look at the equation again, b plus RT by p. Right, b plus RT by p. Next, a by p into v minus ab by p. Minus a by p into v minus ab by p is equal to 0. Look at the equation again. So, plus minus, I think this is a plus and minus a by p minus ab by p. A by p minus ab by p is equal to 0. So, this is equation 1. So, here v cube, v square, v and a constant term. Therefore, so v cube and v square, v and finally a constant term. So, from this equation, so our given condition is, so what is the condition? V is equal to Vc. That means volume of the gas is equal to critical volume. So, at critical volume, what are the conditions? T is equal to Tc as well as P is equal to Pc. Therefore here T is equal to Tc and P is equal to Pc, because what is the reason? So, there is only one volume V, that is equal to Vc, that is nothing but critical condition. So, this is critical volume. At a critical volume, gas having critical temperature as well as critical pressure. Therefore, substitute T is equal to Tc and P is equal to Pc in equation 1. So, this is our equation 1. Therefore, you get v cube minus v square into b plus RTc. In place of T, it is a Tc divided by Pc. Next, a by Pc, because it is P, so in place of P it is Pc into V minus AB by Pc is equal to 0. This is taken as equation number 3. So, finally, we derive equation 1, 2, 3. So, equation 1 is from Van der Waals equation and equation 2 from Thomson isotherm, and at Thomson isotherm V is equal to Vc. Therefore, we substitute T is equal to Tc as well as P is equal to Pc. Finally, get an equation of 3. Therefore, equation 3 and 2. So, look at equation 3 and 2. So, V cube term, again V cube term, and so here V square term and this is V square term, and then this is a V term, again in this equation we have E term, and finally constants. So, constant, that means both are similar equations in terms of volume. So, here volume, here also volume. Therefore, both are same equations. So, that means coefficient of these equations are similar. Therefore, from equation 2 and 3, both are similar, and hence equating the coefficients, of volume, terms. So, first term is in terms of V cube. So, here 1, and again this equation also having 1. So, this is 1 into V cube in equation 1 and also 1 into V cube. So, both are equal. Next, what is the second term? So, minus minus, and this is V square term, this is V square term. So, remaining term is 3 into Vc. Therefore, 3 into Vc is equal to, so what is the V square term in equation 3? That is equal to B plus RTc by Pc. This is taken as equation number 4. So, these are the coefficients of V square term. Now, similarly, V terms. So, what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so what is the V term in equation 1? So, here A by P, this is, so Where is the equation 2? Yes, so this is equation 2. So in this equation, V term is A by PC. Therefore, A by PC is equal to A by PC is equal to, so here A by PC and one more value is, right, so 3 into VC square, 3 into Vc square, this is taken as equation number 5. And finally, constant values. So what is the constant value in this equation? AB divided by PC, AB divided by PC, that is equal to, go for equation 2. So here it is minus Vc cube, therefore this is simply equal to Vc cube. This is equal to Vc cube. So taken as equation number 6. So look at the equations. So first equation, that is equation number 4, represents, this is the coefficient of V square term, and this is coefficients of V term, and this is constant terms. So these are constant term. So now using these equations, we simply derive PC, Vc and Tc values. So first of all, equation 6 divided by 5. So making equation 6 divided by 5. So what is 6? This is Vc cube, this is 3Vc square. Therefore, Vc cube divided by 3Vc square is equal to, so this is AB by PC divided by equation 5 is A by PC. So PC get cancelled, PC cancel, A get cancelled, and also here Vc square, so here 3 times, so both get cancelled. Simply we have, so what is the remaining term in this equation? So in numerator there is only Vc, and in denominator this is 3. This is equal to B. Therefore simply Vc is equal to 3B. So this is the relation. So Vc is equal to 3B. What is Vc? This is critical volume. And what is B? Van der Waals constant. Therefore finally we get a relation between critical constant and Van der Waals constant. So here critical constant is Vc. So critical volume is equal to 3 into Van der Waals constant B. So this is the first relation. First relation between Van der Waals constants and critical constants. So what is the relation? Vc is equal to 3B. Now using this equation, substitute this equation in the case of equation number 5. What is 5? A by PC is equal to 3Vc square. A by PC is equal to, A by PC is equal to 3Vc square. So this is from equation 5. But already you derived a Vc value that is equal to 3B. Therefore, so A by PC that is equal to 3 into Vc square, that is simply 3B square, because Vc is equal to 3B. Now this equation is equal to, so 3 square, 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 3, that is 27 B square. Therefore A by PC is equal to, A by PC is equal to 27 B square. Therefore finally PC is equal to A divided by 27 B square. So this is the second relation between van der Waals constants as well as critical constant. So here critical constant, so what is this? Critical pressure. This critical pressure is equal to A by 27B square. So where both A and B are van der Waals constant. Therefore we get any relation between PC and A and B. So therefore this is second relation between van der Waals constants and critical constants. So first relation is VC is equal to 3B and the second relation is PC is equal to A by 27B square. Now go for TC by using equation number 4. So in equation number 4, what is 4? 3VC is equal to B plus from 4. So what is 4? VC is equal to B plus RTC by PC. 3VC is equal to B plus RTC by PC. So this is from equation number 4. Also have two relations, both VC value as well as PC value. Now substitute these values in equation 4. So 3 into VC. What is the value of VC? This is equal to 3B. So 3 into 3B, that is equal to B plus R into TC divided by PC. What is the value of PC? This is A by 27B square. A by 27B square. Therefore, so 3 into 3 is 9B, that is equal to B right. So B plus 27 RTC into B square divided by A. And then, so taking this term into left hand side, so 9B minus B, this is simply 8B, that is equal to 8B is equal to, so 27 RTC B square divided by A. So here B and B square both get cancelled. So simply 8 is equal to 27 RTC B divided by A. Therefore finally TC is equal to, so this is TC, that is equal to 8A divided by 27 RB. So this is the third relation between van der Waals constants and critical constants. So critical temperature is equal to 8 into van der Waals constant divided by 27 into R into B. So finally we derive three relations. First relation is VC. So what is the value of VC? VC is equal to 3B. And the second relation PC, that is equal to 8A by 27 RB. And finally, what is the PC value? So PC is equal to A by 27B square, right? A by 27B square. So this is the TC value, and finally PC, that is equal to A by 27B square. So all these are the relations between van der Waals constants and critical constants. All these are derived from using one relation, that is V is equal to VC. So in both the isotherms, van der Waals isotherm from Andrews as well as Thomson, at critical temperature we have only one volume, therefore that volume is equal to critical volume, therefore V is equal to VC. So from this equation we derived the relations between van der Waals constants with critical constants. Now final derivation is relation between all critical constants, that is relation between PC, VC and TC. So for this derivation, first of all multiply PC with Vc divided by Tc. So making this term. So product of PC Vc divided by Tc. So what is PC first of all? What is PC? A by. This is not 8. What is the value? A by 27 B square. So look at the ones. So this is PC. PC is equal to A by 27 B square. Therefore, right. So PC into, therefore, it is A by 27 B square into Vc. What is the Vc value? That is 3B divided by Tc. So Tc value is 8A by 27 RB. So this is the product of PC Vc divided by Vc. Now simply cancelling, A get cancelled, and here, so 27 cancel, B one time cancel. Next, any more else? So one more B and complete denominator term B cancel. Therefore, finally you have PC Vc divided by Tc, that is equal to, so here 3 in nominator term, no more term, divided by any term here. So all are cancelled, all get cancelled. So one more R. So 3 R divided by 8. So simply this is given by PC into Vc, that is equal to 3 by 8 into RTC. So this is the final relation between critical constants. So product of PC and Vc, that is critical pressure into critical volume, is equal to 3 by 8 into R into Tc. So what is R? R is nothing but gas constant. This is gas constant. So PC is critical pressure, critical volume. Therefore, product of P into V or PC into Vc, that is equal to 3 by 8 into RTC. So in this equation, there is no van der Waals constant values A and B. Only you have the relation between PC, Vc and Tc by using this equation. So finally you get a relation between all the critical constants, that is only PC Vc is equal to 3 by 8 into RTC. So these are the relations between critical constants and van der Waals constants. So look at the relations again. Right. So these are the three relations. In every relation there is a critical constants as well as van der Waals constant. So here Vc is always related to critical constant, van der Waals constant B value, whereas Tc represents both A and B. That means critical temperature depends on both van der Waals constant A as well as van der Waals constant B, and PC, it is also depend on A and B. Therefore here Vc only depends on B, that is critical constant, van der Waals constant B, whereas Tc and PC both are depends on both the van der Waals constants A and B. And also finally our equation, so PC Vc is equal to 3 by 8 RTC. In this no van der Waals constants A and B. Therefore, this is the simple relation between critical constants, and these are the relation between critical constants as well as van der Waals constants. So this is very important essay question from this gaseous state. So stop here today. I shall continue my class and tomorrow. Thank you.